It's 2023, the beginning of a new year, and something a lot of people have with their New Year's resolutions is to get fit. So I thought I would rank the Nintendo Switch fitness games that I've played, put a little tier list together for you, and make it easy to decide if you should pick up one of these video games to help you on your exercise journey. Now, a little disclaimer, not a personal trainer or anything like that. This is just all my personal opinion, and of course, the best exercise you can do is the one that you enjoy. Now, why is this only Nintendo Switch? Well, that's because the Nintendo Switch has the Joy-Cons and motion control, so I think that adds an extra element and a layer to these video games in tracking your movements and things like that. So starting with the first game, the original fitness game for the Nintendo Switch, Ring Fit Adventure. This has to be an S tier game. This game is fabulous. It's the original game, and personally, it will give you such a good workout. It combines running with other exercises, and it has an RPG element, so as you do the exercises, you're attacking the enemies that you're fighting against. It's a fun little gimmick and a fun little mechanic, but it does keep you engaged and help you have those slightly longer sessions that you may not necessarily get with some of the other games on the list. The one downfall with this is you do have to have the Ring Fit attachment, which means it's not very travel friendly. So if you are going away, you can't really take it with you. So that does drag it down just slightly. However, for actual fitness and workouts, I think it is one of the, if not the best workout game on the Nintendo Switch. Next up we have Jump Rope Challenge. This is a free game and it's basically like skipping. I'm going to be putting this one in D tier. It is not really worth it. You may as well just spend the money on a skipping rope. I am going to assume if you can afford a Nintendo Switch, you can afford a $10 jump rope. So my advice with this one would be skip it and go buy the real thing. Moving on from that, we've got Fitness Boxing 1 and 2, and I'm going to put these both in a B tier. Now, these games are good fitness boxing games, as their title would suggest. However, they're not that accurate with the motion controls. I felt like you could just flick your wrist and it would track the motions, and sometimes you'd be doing the action and it would not register it at all. Also, I find the timing a little bit weird with these games. As the action moves up the bar, then you have to punch in time with that, but sometimes it doesn't register and it goes just instead of great. So I do find it a little bit funny with the actual timing of the movements in these games. If you were looking to pick between the first edition or the second edition, that's really dependent on you. The second edition is of course a little bit better than the first edition. It is more well-rounded. However, if you can get the first at a much cheaper price, you may be better off getting that. It's really personal preference, but it is a decent boxing game if you like boxing. Moving on to Zumba. So Zumba, I'm going to put in a C tier. Now there's a few reasons for this. The main reason is there's a lack of song and a lack of actual levels, I guess, to work out to, and this doesn't have the variety that I like to see in a video game, especially if it is for a workout. I know I need variety to keep engaged, and this just unfortunately lacks that. The movement tracking was okay, and the dances that they do have, the Zumba dances that they have, are fun. So if you like Zumba, it may be worth picking up. Now, I would not recommend picking this one up full price because, again, you will probably be disappointed by the limited selection of workouts available. The next game is Nintendo Switch Sports. For me, this gets a D rank. Now, this game is okay, however on launch it didn't have all the content included as with a lot of the Nintendo sports games. So it recently got golf, and I'm not sure if any other sports are going to be added to the lineup, to the roster. Now, why this gets a D rank is because it really doesn't give you the best workout. Moving on to Knockout Home Fitness, I'm going to put this in an A rank. Now, this is because I think it tracks better than the other boxing games that I've played before. It's definitely got the motion controls a little bit more succinct. Also, there is a variety of workouts here. You can change the instructors, you can change the backgrounds that you work out to. So overall, it is very engaging for a boxing game, and I would say that I personally find it easier to follow the boxing movements in this game. So if you are looking for a well-rounded boxing game, give Knockout Home Fitness a go. Next we have Just Dance, and this could be any of the Just Dances. I'm going to put them into a B tier. I'm not the biggest into dancing games, so that's why it's a B tier, but overall for exercise you're going to get a lot of cardio from this, and if you enjoy dancing and if you enjoy the song lineup that they have, then I would recommend giving it a go. Just Dance often goes on sale and they tend to release one every year, so if you wait until the next year's release, you can get the previous year's release really cheap quite often. So that's a tip if you do want to save some money on these games. But as I said, for me personally, I just don't really enjoy the dancing games as much as the straight fitness games, so that's why it's really in a B tier for me. However, you can't really go wrong with Just Dance. They've iterated it so much. The tracking works reasonably well. The movements are easy to follow in-game. So give this one a go, as I said before, if you like dancing and if you like the song lineup that they have inside the game. Okay, moving on to fitness boxing, but with a twist. This is the Fist of the North Star Fitness Boxing. Now, I've been playing the Japanese version because it's out. I might do a full review of that still. I'm just still playing it because I like with reviewing these sorts of games to have played them for a number of weeks just to get a feel of the game, the daily exercises that they have. Now, I put Fitness Boxing Fist of the North Star into a A tier, and that's because I just personally think it has a slight edge over the regular fitness boxing, especially if you do like the anime. You can choose between the different anime characters. Now, they only unlock slowly, so you need in-game currency to unlock them. Basically, you get that from doing the workouts. There's a daily workout. There's also just, you can choose a workout to do, free workouts. And there's also an interesting battle workout mechanic, which is a little different and quite enjoyable. So there's definitely some variety. If you just don't want to do the daily workout every day, you can come in and do a battle instead. Now, as I said, it isn't out yet in the West, it's only out in Japan. You can pick up the Japanese version, however, there is no English on that, so I would recommend waiting. I think it comes out in March 2023, the Western version, so definitely look into getting it then if you are interested in that and you do like the anime. And I'm going to end on another S-ranked game, and that is Let's Get Fit. This is a circuit-based training game and I find it really great. It does have its pitfalls and some of the movements are a bit hard to follow at times. However, overall for circuit training, it is really good. There's so much variety in the different workouts you can do. They have programs that you can choose, a set program, whether that be for cardio, for fitness, for strength, and it will do a 30-day program for you. You can also do free workouts and you can do like challenges. So one of the first ones in the game is plank challenge, where you can increase the time that you plank. It's really simple, but the game itself is really versatile, and I think if you want that pure circuit gym type experience, this is the closest thing you're going to get. It also gets points for being portable. It does come with 2 straps, but they are small and you could easily take that if you did go away somewhere, we're traveling. It wouldn't be too hard to pack those in with your Nintendo Switch. So definitely gets points for that. The versatility, the motion controls for the most part do track fairly well. I wouldn't trust the calories burned. I think they're a little high for the amount of output that you do. For the variety, the type of workout, personally, I think it is up there with Ring Fit Adventure, so that's why it's an S tier. Thanks for watching this video. I hope that gave you some insight to some of the fitness games out there on the Nintendo Switch. Good luck with your fitness journeys this year, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.